Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about tires and the annual safety blitz on the part of the CVSA, the Commercial Vehicle Safety Association. Mexico, the United States, and Canada have an annual safety blitz this year. It's happening between the 7th and 9th of June. It's a 3-day, 72-hour blitz. This year it's focusing on tires. A few days ago I did a video on tires that got a great deal of attention, so I went on the CVSA Facebook page and found the handout that they're providing to the public, and I thought I could go through that handout with you and provide a bit more information than what's on the handout, just to give you some clarification of how to check your tires, because that's the focus of the CVSA annual safety blitz this year. And we'll just give you a bit more information than what's on the handout, just to make sure that if you do get pulled into the blitz or you're out driving on that day, you won't get a fine. So we're right back with that information. Hi there, Smart Drivers. Welcome back. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about the handout for the CVSA, the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance annual blitz this year, happening between the 7th and 9th of June 2016. The first point, know the regulations. You need 3 millimeters of tread or 1/8 of an inch on front steer tires. You also need 1/16 of an inch on rear tires, or 1.6 millimeters. That is the requirements for tread depth on the tires. Now, I'll get into a little bit later, because down in the points here farther, you have to have the tread depth also matching across the axle and between the sets of duals on the back of your tractor or bus. Next point, keep your vehicle suspension in alignment. As you can see here on the handout, keep your vehicle suspension in alignment is not really the part of the driver. That is a maintenance policy on the part of the company. Unless you're an owner-operator and have your own truck, vehicle wheel alignment is the policy of the maintenance shop, and they're going to do that. Your job is to notice irregular wear and point that out and fill out the appropriate maintenance documents. Next point, follow industry best practices for tire management. This is essentially maintaining the inflation of the tires. You might want to get a tire gauge and just check the tires on your vehicle. Most big trucks need to be greased every couple of weeks. During the greasing, it takes about 10 minutes to go around and check the tire pressure on all the tires. The maintenance personnel, whoever does that for your truck, or you do it yourself, takes about 10 minutes. Some of the tires may need some air pressure or whatnot. They do say in the handout that most of these tires, just by sitting or being used, will lose about 3 pounds every month just from sitting. The next subheading, understand tire specifications. Again, this is not really the responsibility of the driver. This is the responsibility of the tire shop, the maintenance shop, the people who purchase the tires for your trucks and units. 22.5s, 24s are the most common on road tractors. There may be some other different types of tires depending on what the use of the truck is. Gravel trucks, cement trucks, those types of things will have different kinds of tires. What you need to know as the driver is that you are in compliance with the axle weights of that vehicle. In the United States, it's 12,000 pounds on the steer axles, 34,000 on tandem. Most of the states in the US run tandem. And that's all they're allowed. Michigan and a couple other states have other weight allowances, and if you're running multi-axle trailers in Michigan and other states, you're going to know what the weights are, or ask your dispatcher or ask safety to look that up for you so you know what the weight rating is. In Canada, steer axles are 5,500 kilograms, tandem axles are 17,000 kilograms, and triple axles are 23,000 kilograms in every province except British Columbia, which allows you 24,000 kilograms. You need to know that you're in the weight specifications. If you have any questions or any doubts about the tire specifications and they're going to hold up that amount of weight, then you need to question safety department, the maintenance shop, and those types of people. Those questions need to go to other people in the trucking company. Air pressure. There isn't much that it says on here about air pressure other than running tires and low air pressure is going to increase the heat, going to decrease the wear and tear and the life of the tire. So air pressure, know that they need to be above 100 pounds per square inch. Most of the time they're between 100 and 110 pounds per square inch. The next heading on the handout is tread size, and I did not understand this. It says for every size that a tread width is undersized from the recommended width, mileage is reduced by 10%. I did leave a comment on the CVSA Facebook page, and I'll put a link down in the comment there. They didn't get back to me, and I don't think that they probably will. I just get a suspicion that they're not going to get back to me on that point. I didn't understand it, and because it's just a statistic, I don't think it's relevant to anything that drivers would need to know in terms of the annual safety blitz. The last point is tread depth. Tread depth must match across the axle, side to side, and the duals on the back of the truck within 4/32 of an inch, as it says on the handout, 1/8 of an inch. Nobody reduced down 4/32 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch is 3 millimeters for those of you in Canada and using the metric system. So across the axle, tire to tire must match within 1/8 of an inch on tread depth, and across the 4 duals on the tandem or triple axles if you're in Canada. Last subheading, wheel position matching duals, twin screw tractors. What they're looking here for is tire size. The tire size on tandem axles and duals must match within 1/4 of an inch on the diameter. So in the diameter of the tire and the rim, they're measuring from the center of the hub to the top of the tire. It has to match within 1/4 of an inch, or they're going to measure the circumference of the tire and it has to be 3/4 of an inch. It has to match within 3/4 of an inch. They probably take the tire size or measure the diameter, and from the diameter there's a formula that they can figure out the circumference. So it's 1/4 inch on diameter, 3/4 of an inch on circumference, and that is something very specific that really drivers don't need to worry about. You can look at a tire and know whether it's going to match or not. They have to be the same size. Oftentimes they have to be the same make as well in order for them to match. So those are the subheadings on the handout for the CBSA. So that gives you some further information on the CBSA handout provided for the annual safety blitz that's happening between June 7 and 9. Question for my smart drivers. Do you have any experience with the annual safety blitz? Have you been pulled in and inspected during that period of time? For new drivers and those that haven't been pulled into weigh scales before, the paperwork that you need to take into authorities is extensive. It's ownership for the truck and the trailer, your license, your logbook, pre-trip inspection form, bills of lading, MVI reports. For new drivers, it can be somewhat overwhelming. So head over to my website, get your free weigh scale checklist. This will give you all the paperwork that you need to take into authorities. And if you take the paperwork in one hit, it makes you look organized. If you look organized, it raises less suspicions on the part of the authorities, because if your paperwork is organized, probably your truck's organized. That's at least the thinking in their mind. Remember, so much of life is about cosmetics. So head over, get your free weigh scale checklist. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. Thanks very much for watching. Remember, if you like the video, subscribe, share, comment down in the comment box there below. All of that helps us out. Remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now. What do you need the paperwork for? You need it for something, because the authorities want to look at it. They want to check you out. They want to look at your truck. They want to look at you. They want to see whether you're upstanding, whether you're shaved, whether you're good looking, whether you know, are smelly. I don't know, maybe. Just go over and get the dumb checklist. I don't know. It's early. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get you to go to my website and sign up for my email and get the checklist and help you out. I really am trying to help you out. Oh, okay, serious now. Serious. We're being serious. Okay, it's over. You can go. Like, really, you can go now, because it's done. There's nothing more funny. No, there isn't. Bye. Bye.